2025 is right around the corner, and I want you to be prepared with a business plan. Get ready to kick some butt in the new year. Before we begin, I have people reaching out every single week about Addison Real Estate, from new agents, top producers, and even team leads. If you have any questions about what we have to offer and if we'd be a good fit for each other, feel free to use my contact info down below. With the new year coming around, everyone wants to set goals, make sure they hit their objectives. They want to make more money, sell more houses, whatever it may be. But we actually want you to succeed at Addison Real Estate or wherever you are. So we developed a very basic agent success plan that will help you recap this previous year and plan the next year. Because if nothing is written down, it's likely not going to happen at all. So we want you to be successful, and I'm going to walk you through how we fill it out, and you will be able to get this information in the link below. Download it, print it out, whatever you want to do, and we'll just go from there. Let's get started. Get a little fancy here. I'm going to be here in the bottom left corner as we go about through this agent success plan. Let's see if this is enjoyable. This is my first time doing it this way, I'm going to be honest, right? But we're just learning and going through. We have it very simply on a Google Sheet, Google Doc, and just make it very accessible for you guys. If you hate our faces and we're the worst people in the world, go ahead, cross us out, delete it. Doesn't matter, print it out black and white so you don't waste ink, whatever it may be. To start, right here, we want to set a goal, and we want to set a realistic goal. If you sold 0 homes, 1 home, 2 homes, whatever it may be, you want to make sure you're not going to like 100 homes, right? You want to be able to scale. I know there's a bunch of those videos online saying sell 100 homes your first year. That's a bunch of nonsense. If you are someone who have not sold, I would probably say shoot for 5 homes. Or if you sold 5, let's maybe go for 8 or 10. So what I'm going to do is do 10, right? 10 homes, and then 10 homes, hopefully to have an income goal of, let's say, 60,000. Okay, pretty decent. If you're in New Jersey, that is very doable. Our agent success plan is broken into 5 different parts. You have first, recap my previous year's production, 2, specific 2025 production goals, 3, the numbers required to achieve my goals, 4, daily schedule, and 5, challenges and solutions. And the reason why we break it down this way is you want to be very specific, because the more specific you are, the easier and better you'll be able to track things or lead sources or track your income. You'll start to see what might be more worth your time or less worth your time. Part 1, 2024 recap. This is very important. You might be saying, Isaiah, I just want to focus on what I have to do. But what's really nice about part 1 is next year, when you look back on this, you'll see how far you've come and how much you've crushed your goals, or you see where you fell short, and it allows you to think about where you need to go this time around. So let's say I made 45K total business expenses. I will connect you with a full Google Sheets on how to track your business expenses down below, so don't even worry about that. I have you all hooked up. Usually around 15% depending on your marketing strategy. So let's say 15% of 45,000 will be around 6,500 bucks. Quick math there. Total deals, if I put up here, I want to close 10. Let's say I closed 5 deals. Listing appointments, let's say I went to go meet with sellers 5 times and I ended up getting 2 of them. And listings sold, hot market, sold both of my listings, why not? Of my 5 sales, I had 3 buyers. Let's say average sales price 500,000. On the spreadsheet that I give you, you're going to see that there is a way to calculate all of your income. When you're looking at average commission check, you'll be able to track that in next year going forward. Put 5,000. Average hours worked per week. This is a tricky one. You can go ahead and use Google Calendar. That's what I use. I highly recommend it. If it's not on my calendar, it doesn't happen, basically. That's a good way to track your hours. There are some apps that when you truly track your time being spent working in real estate, you'll notice that you might be working not enough, because in real estate, sometimes 20 hours feels like 50 because there's a lot of busy work and monotonous stuff. But tracking your hours really helps you focus in on where you can be spending your time wisely. So let's say this past year I only spent 20 hours a week. Present pending, I have no deals pending. Present inventory, I got nothing. Let's just say days worked, working, let's say 4 days a week. Hours prospecting, this is actively cold calling, sending out mailers, writing the letters, cold calling expireds, maybe following up with leads from open houses, That's what we're talking about in this section. How many hours per week did you spend doing those activities? Let's say 2 hours a day, so I'll come up to 8 hours a week. And in total contacts, this is how many people you've added to your CRM, which is where you handle your clients. You went from 100 to 200 or whatever it may be. So we'll just say I got 100 people in my CRM. Now, part 2, 2025 production goals. What it takes to go from $45,000 right here to, let's say, 150 are two totally different ball games, because now you're dealing with different workloads and maybe in different price ranges to get to that point. So we want to be very realistic with our goals, because we don't want to disappoint ourselves, right? We don't want to set this lofty goal and we don't hit it, and then we're sad and we're depressed. If I'm at 45, I think a good healthy goal would be 65. I think that's very doable. Closed deals. If I went from 5 deals closed, shooting up to 10 is fairly realistic. Now, it does sound like you're doubling your production to 10, but it is very doable if you're trained well and your broker's hands-on and it's helping you out. And let's say you want to be more listing heavy this year. So instead of having 2 listings from 2024, you're now at 5. And now half of your deals come from buyers as well. If you only went from working 20 hours a week, let's increase it to 30. Okay, so 2 more hours a day, not the end of the world. Let's say instead of working 4 days a week, we'll go 5. In prospecting, we go from 8 to 10. That might sound crazy, adding another 100 people, but that could be someone you met in a grocery store, you met at an event. Doesn't matter where you met them. If you shook their hand and you had a good experience, add them in, right? Just ask them and see what they say. And what we have at Addison Real Estate, Lofty, our CRM, we put people into different categories. So maybe they're a prospect, maybe they're a hot lead, maybe they're kind of like a sphere of influence, like they know who you are, they know what you do. So maybe put them on like a quarterly market update or something like that. So you can get to 200 pretty easily, even though it sounds like doubling, right? Social media goal. You've seen in my other video, Zillow's secret data released, that a lot of people want to see agents on social media. So I highly encourage it, but if you don't want to do social media, that is fine. This is more about followers, or maybe posting a little bit more frequently. I want to post 3x a week and 200 followers. Again, we're being very realistic here. Don't listen to these real estate gurus that say you need to bust out and get super viral. You do not need millions of views and followers in order to get leads, I promise you. Part 3, prospecting activities. Now, I don't want you to get hung up on this too much. These are just what we recommend and what our agents do at Addison Real Estate. If you have something else that's a method of prospecting, go ahead, go and master it. There are no wrong methods of prospecting. There are maybe better, but it's all about trade-offs. And if you can master the worst form of prospecting, but you're making money, is it really a bad way of prospecting? I don't think so. So go ahead. You can use one of these or talk to your broker and see if they sit down and come up with a business plan with you and refine this and see what method of prospecting you want to do. And another suggestion, just focus on one. I know you'll see if it doesn't turn out after 3 months, go ahead and switch. But honestly, when it comes to prospecting, you want to give it a year. I would say 8 months, because it takes time and there's a lot of delays and turnaround time in this industry. So find one method of prospecting that works for you, you can be consistent with, and you will get money from it. Part 4, your daily schedule. I use Google Calendar, but no matter what you use, a big physical calendar, a small notebook, whatever it might be, if it's not on my calendar, it does not happen. My wife gets mad at me, I forget. It happens, right? It's important to make sure you're realistic with these times. Not, I'm gonna do the same exact thing every single day for 2 hours, 3 hours. What's realistic is I'm gonna do this starting out twice a week for an hour. And then maybe 2 weeks later, you do twice a week for 2 hours. And then you adjust. You have to be ready to be flexible when it comes to being an agent. Every person is different. I love waking up in the morning. I wake up at 6. I'm working by 6:15, and I work until 2 o'clock in the afternoon when it comes to heavy, very deep work that I need to do. And after 2 o'clock, I just do smaller things, stuff that comes my way, because I have no sense of focus or determination to work past 2 o'clock. I don't know what it is, just something with me. But if you're someone who's a night owl and you crush it 2 o'clock till 10 at night, go ahead. That's perfectly fine. You're going to learn your business, your flow, and you'll see when your clients reach out to you and then just go around that. Part 5 is interesting and it offers a little bit of reflection. You come up with a challenge that you faced in the previous year. I wasn't consistent with prospecting, I didn't cold call enough, or I wasn't too good with dialogue with clients, whatever it may be that you believe is hindering your business. And you think of a practical solution that you can be consistent with. And then you just go from there, right? And we have 5 lines. Don't come up with a ginormous list. You want to do a tiny bit of improvement over time. So 5 things you can work on for an entire year is very, very doable. That is the Addison Real Estate Agent Success Plan that we give to all of our agents who crush their goals. It will be down below in the link for you to download absolutely for free, as well as the Excel sheet where you can track all of your deals. It'll do all the calculations for you completely free. I want you to find success and happiness where you sell. If you have any questions, if you're a new agent, top producer, or even a team lead, come reach out and see if we have some resources for you that make sense, and maybe we can build a relationship moving forward. If you want to sit down and actually do this one-on-one with me live over Zoom, I'd be more than happy. My Calendly link is down below, and I hope you find success and happiness, and make sure you like, subscribe, and share with everyone you know. Have a good one.